The forgotten emperor who married 1,000 women, the true story of polygamy and power. Imagine a man so powerful, he could choose any woman he desired, not just once or twice, but 1,000 times. Why would a king want so many wives? And what became of those women after they joined his vast empire? Let's dive into the story of King Tambo, also known as King of 1,000 Wives, a ruler whose obsession with power, beauty, and control led to one of the strangest stories in history. Now, you might be thinking, why would a king need so many wives? In many ancient cultures, having multiple wives was seen as a symbol of power and wealth. The more wives you had, the more alliances you could form. But in King Tamba's case, it wasn't just about politics. It was about showing the world that he could take what he wanted, whenever he wanted. Legend has it that King Tamba didn't stop at nobles or princesses. He would often marry common women, dancers, and even women from rival kingdoms. He believed that by taking the daughters of his enemies, he could break their spirits and keep them loyal to him. Some say he even chose wives based on how they looked, creating a collection of beauty like no other. But here's where the story gets darker. These women weren't just queens living in luxury. Many of them became pawns in the king's political games. Some were locked away, never to be seen again. Others were forced to prove their loyalty in strange and sometimes dangerous ways. Imagine being married to a king who you might never meet. Or worse, one who could have you punished at a whim. The palace, where these women lived, was said to be like a city in itself. A maze of courtyards, secret chambers, and guards watching over every step. Some of the wives were treated like treasures, dressed in silk and gold, while others lived in fear, knowing they could be cast aside or punished at any time. And what happened to these women after the king's death? That's where the story takes an even more tragic turn. Many were not allowed to leave the palace. Some were forced to live in isolation, considered the property of the royal family. A few even chose to take their own lives, unable to face a future without the protection of the king. The story of King Tamba and his 1,000 wives is a reminder of how power, when left unchecked, can become dangerous. It's a tale of beauty, control, and the human cost of one man's obsession with dominance. If you like this dose of bizarre facts, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me the strangest thing you've ever learned in history. Who knows, it might end up in the next episode.